Om Jeje Saima. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. What a joy, what a joy, what a joy to be together. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you everybody for, please, if you can open your camera so we can see you. It's a great joy to be together. Om Jeje Saima. I honor the divine feminine within me and around me, and in so many beautiful ways and forms. How are you? Of course, I would love to hear you. Someone say something. I think you need to unmute yourself.
I feel fantastic.
Fantastic. Oh, you look
Wonderful.
fantastic. Oh, I can feel that. Oh.
Being with
Who
you
else?
is always nice.
We just had the German study group call and it was beautiful. It was really fantastic. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Who else is there? From where are you? York, I think you would love to say something.
You're from Vienna?
Vienna.
Om Jeje Saima.
Om Jeje Saima. Wow, this is incredible. We have about 50 different video faces from all over the world and more people from all over Europe. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, I've got to take a Photoshop of my screenshot or something of this. I can put this on my altar for sure. Hey, Gwen. Welcome from Brussels. I think I've got to get some of my students from Israel on the screen next time. I've just been thinking about it. Maybe they will understand. Welcome. It's such a great joy to be with you together. I think this is our August. We are recording, correct? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Heather, for taking care of us. I think this is our August Satsang, our time to be together, our time to be as family, to just leave everything aside, to come and enjoy each other and be fully here. Whatever you have, however you are, there's no expectation, there's no prerequisite, just to show up and open the video camera and share and be present. We had a wonderful time. I think it was about a month ago, and it seems like a lifetime. And many of us since then has been celebrating, has been in New York through the great birthday celebration, Saima's birthday celebration, our birth celebration. I've been in a couple of retreats since then. I would love to share a couple of things with all of you. It's been quite a journey for myself. I think I just came back to Israel yesterday, although it's like more than a week here. Yeah, so much has came, so much has it's taken place since then. And I was so looking forward. I was sure our call is in a week ago. I was so nonchalant and shanty, and until I got a call or something from Clint. It's, yeah, a couple of days. Are you sure? And it's not next week or something. And I'm so happy. I love you so much. I love you so much. This is such a great joy. Each time it touches my heart, it makes my day, my month. Illumines everything. Let's take a deep breath for a moment. Am I okay for translation, Liliane? Great. I get too shaktified sometime and speak too fast. Just wave or something, okay? Thank you. Thank you for all of you in speaking French also, being patient and making the effort. It's quite something to have so many of us from different culture together, huh? Different languages, different cultures. So I would say maybe even sometimes different belief systems, different habits, different do's and don'ts. Yeah? And still we can come together, leave everything aside, and move to the place of the heart. So let's take a deep breath. Let's close our eyes for a moment. Take another deep, deep breath. Feeling the breath, feeling the air coming in and through our nostrils, breathing fully. Another deep breath. Be present. Let us take a breath and allow everything else to fall apart, to just be aside, be in a pause for a moment. The tasks, the do's, a million emails that I haven't opened yet until today and I have to do today. A task that some people are waiting for me to do. Let's put it aside for a moment. And simply be present. Being present is so precious. Becoming aware is grand. Let us move to this moment right now as it is the most precious, unique moment in the entire creation. Let us gather ourselves. Yes, right now, all is right now. It is all here for me. Imagine for a second, there's nothing to need, nothing to want, nothing out there, nothing to reach, nothing to attain, nothing tomorrow, nothing yesterday. It is all now. Let's just imagine that. And being with all of that right now, let us give ourselves permission to be fully present. Welcome, welcome the soul that we are. Welcome the self that I am. Welcome. I give myself permission to be fully present right now. Being aware. The fullness of this breath. The freedom in this breath. The recognition in this breath. Yes, and expanding in our listening, in our being, in our awareness is expanding to all of these on the call right now with us together. Imagine that you're touching each and every one on the call like you're holding hands of light. Becoming aware of ourselves as light. Expanding as consciousness. Breathing, touching each and everyone's heart. Totally present, seeing each other. Yeah. Let us say to each other, I see you. I'm here with you. You are the most precious, beautiful being in the creation. Allowing ourselves to be aware of us. The pulsation of us. This breath of us. The heart. Let us gently all inhale together. Inhale. All exhale. Inhale together. Exhale. One breath, one rhythm. Inhale. Exhale, I love you. Exhale, I love you in the breath. Inhale, I am so loved. Exhale. Inhale, yes, welcome. Let us accept that love. Embrace and be embraced. In our love, in our togetherness, being aware of the presence, the consciousness that Ma is. The Ma that is beyond the physical form. The Shakti, Adi Parashakti. Welcome in this breath. Let us take a deep breath and welcome this luminous light and love and Yes, another breath. Imagine yourself and everyone just lit up. Seeing ourselves in one breath, so luminous, shining. In deep, deep gratitude. Yes, and take another breath and welcome again in this breath. Welcome everyone, welcome yourself. And offer a blessing, offer an intention. Let us, each one of us, within ourselves, as Shakti, as light, as energy, offer a blessing, an intention for all of us, of light, of love, of presence, of joy, whatever it is for you. Offer it. And receive. And a deep breath. And as we are opening our eyes again, let us remain in this present moment in seeing each other and the listening to each other. And gently come back. We can open our eyes. So I'd love to hear your voices and share some of our experience from the birthday. I know for myself it was a grand moment. It's hard to bring it sometime in words, and those of us that's been there physically, those of us that has been there not physically, in that birthing of the divine feminine, the awakening of the divine feminine, the awakening of that Shakti, the touch of the nobility of women, the great blessings of being together in celebration. And I'm sure that each one of us has received so many gifts through being there, through being in that, I think, such an important point in time, a declaration of that balance of divine feminine, divine masculine, a declaration of that awakening in each one of us, man, woman, whatever physical form we are carrying. I know for myself, there was such a huge anticipation to like be there and see everybody. Like I was working and moment by moment trying to get everything done in order just to be there, just to be free there. And there are so many magical moments that it's hard sometimes to digest the celebration, the music, the darshan, the day of the nobility of women. There's been an experiment, an expression, and an experience of of Shakti in such a subtle way, and that I could touch it in the air, that it's never been for me like that. And seeing that all of us being on the same place, like in the same vibration together. So I'd love to hear for a couple of you, what have you received there? What was birthing perhaps for you? What can you look back and the last couple of weeks and see, okay, what has transformed, what has changed inside of me? What has touched inside of me? What have I become aware of? And the time of being there, and the time now, and this week. And it can be even if you haven't been there physically again. What are you becoming aware of? Maybe an expression of the divine feminine, might be any other expression inside of us. So please, I would love to hear from you. Anybody you can, I think they can unmute yourself. And also if you speak in French is okay, we have someone that will translate it. Don't leave me alone to talk to myself. I'll be so shy. You ever seen Dayananda become shy and red after under this big beard?
Om JJ Saima.
Om JJ Saima.
I was so moved by the performance of the musicians, the artists on the Friday. It was such a high level of performance. And it was so wonderful because it was just as good as it should be to Ma. It was a degree of excellency, a degree of perfection that was really the good thing for matching the power and the beauty and the excellence of Ma. So I was moved to tears for the performance, and also seeing Ma really deeply moved by the performance and by the heart of the artist that we were putting in their performance. And also the darshan is always a darshan, it's always a perfect moment of grace. But this time, as I'm really deeply touched by the music, it was the Friday night and the music performance that I never forget, because I never attend a greater performance than this one. So it stay in my heart with other moments, meetings, seeing each other during the 3 days, but the most exciting point was the way that the music moves me inside. Om JJ Saima.
Om JJ Saima. Thank you. The perfection. It's incredible what happened to us when we are within perfection. The mastery. It's like, isn't it awakening something so natural inside of us? Isn't it that there's something that is so perfect inside of us that resonates with us? When anybody moves into perfection, like with someone that's master anything, can be an artist, a musician, a worker, and anybody cleaning the house. But when we move into that perfection, there's something that resonates inside of us. I remember when Ma was teaching us in the all day days in our ashram in Creston about perfection, about doing something and really doing it fully and clean and making it the best. And you would think like, what is it so important to clean the kitchen right now in the best way? Why does it matter? Why does it matter to write in my notebook and actually do my best to bring a beautiful handwrite? Why does it matter? Writing is a writing. I can read it afterwards. What does it matter when I brush my hair to make it beautiful? Why is that? And it took me a while to get it, that how is it? Why is Ma, you know, when Ma's area, why is everything looks and Ma makes the effort and excellency to create it perfect, or always improving it our best. Because in that environment, in that presence, something resonates, isn't it? It's resonate within us, something inside of us, that perfection, that which knows we are great. Awaken through that. And when you speak on that music, the musician, the play, the whole weekend, that's what I'm being present to. Is that, wow, that mastery, that always improving, always. There's no limit. There's no reach here and that's it. The perfection is the action of perfecting all the time, again and again, and then better and better and better, and for the sake of the path, not for the sake of reaching something. And that just brings the best out of us. Thank you. Anyone else? I'm just going to sit for the rest of the call and just look at you like that. What would you say? Would you come again next call also? Really?
So I was also very moved by the music, and it was shining, and it was really full of joy also. This is what I felt. It was not only just perfection and being perfect musicians, it was full of joy. And the whole evening and the whole weekend was all beauty, and everybody was in this beauty, and it was just so perfect. It was beautiful. It moved my heart very much, and I always take it with me, this feeling, how I felt there. It's like with me, it's in me. It was really a great gift.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A great joy. Anyone else? Yes.
Yes, I agree what Silke and Michelle says, and I agree with them. And during darshan, I felt something physically opened in my heart, and it was incredible. It was such a strong energy, and something moved. And since then, I have felt I'm more present, more at ease, more tender, and filled with joy. I'm filled with joy every day. And I've been playing this music of Chris Body. Since I come home, I play it almost every day. And I just love it. And I then come back to New York. And, you know, I'm dancing and I'm going around here. And I have my cat Eddie, and he enjoys it. And we have such a fun here. And so after coming home, I was very high. So I've been walking in the woods and really grounded myself also. It's this joy I feel inside. And going back to these days, I'm very, very grateful for Ma and what she gave and what everybody gave during these days. So thank you. Om Jai Sama.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Perhaps.
Om Jai Sama.
Yes.
It was, the birthday was, I mean, everything, the music, the food, the dress code, the boat, darshan, everything was, the program was just perfect and so high. I was very high during the whole weekend, and actually I was feeling like I was in a different world, but it is this world, and this is our birthright to live, like, to give us this gift that Ma gave to us, and it's so wonderful. It's something I understood during this weekend. That this is how life can be as well. So it's just so beautiful and so exquisite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to take it to every moment in life. Maria, I see you raise your hand. I'm unmuting you. Do you wish to share something?
Yeah, I don't know how to get on video.
Here, I'm here for you. No problem.
I wanted to share the thing that Ma said about the beginning of a new epoch. I love the word epoch. That really just rang for me so powerfully, and I was feeling something like that, like something has changed, something has shifted, and I really have felt it since, like it's just in my cells now that something is different in the world, something is different in me, something new is possible, and I really feel inspired to just, you know, stay inside that energy and keep expanding it in my life. And, you know, something about, I don't know if Ma talked about it or where I picked that up, but something about going from Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga. I don't know if I understood that right. Maybe you can say a couple of words about that, but I was really curious about it. It seemed like a big moment, something like that, something on that level. And I'm so glad that I was there. I really got that from this weekend. Ma's birthday was a big birthday for all of us, for humanity.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about Kali Yuga and Satya Yuga. If we are moving to another Yuga, it's definitely the experience of that. Yeah, it's very present for me also when, you know, we declare a moment in time which creates a shift from, and like a marking stone. That's from now on something is beyond that. And I think more than all, it opened our awareness to another level. For all of us to come together and say, okay, from now on we are declaring there is a new era. And through our declaration of that, it is created and it opened our awareness. Because after all, isn't it all opening our awareness to another level and another dimension of who we are? And you say, again, mine, all of us together, showing ourselves what is possible. What is possible for us? What is the next step? Where again we can reach and again we can move into and embody, and I would say even take actions in our lives. And isn't that the uniqueness and the profoundness of that aspect of the divine feminine? And I wonder for any one of you or each and any one of you, have you, or what is your experience of that place, of that aspect of the divine feminine within you? Awakening perhaps, or expressing itself perhaps, and if yes, in what way? Or how do you perceive that in yourself or around you in your life? Would anybody would like to share about that?
Om Jj Saima.
Yes.
Hi, it's Maureen in Bermuda. I'm not on the video. I'm just on the phone. The divinity for me, the feminine divinity after the darshan and the beautiful party, for me was this clarity. And it was a clarity that's opened a sense of freedom in me previous to the party. Like you were saying, it was getting everything done and making sure to be there on time and a bit of rushing. And since then, this clarity has allowed time to almost stand still in a way that is freeing. So when I'm at home, when I'm at work, this clarity of being without trying, without doing, it's what I've read about, however, perhaps not authentically felt so much. And since the birthday party, this has been a huge gift for me. And so I'm eternally grateful. And that feminine side of being there tenderly and clearly for me has just been exquisite.
Thank you.
Emma.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody who speaks French, if you wish to share a few words in French, it's also welcome.
DJ Salima, je ne sais pas qui. C'est à moi? Oui, d'accord, ok. Oui. DJ Salima, Françoise. En fait, je remarque pour l'instant de grands changements d'énergie au niveau physique d'abord. Et en fait, j'ai traversé une situation avant où j'aurais été dans l'inquiétude de ce que mon corps manifestait. Et ici, je dis, ok, je ne sais pas ce que tu vis, mais je te fais confiance. Et c'était vraiment un tout autre rapport avec les mouvements qui me traversent. Et donc, il y a ça. Et aussi, je fais beaucoup plus confiance. Oui.
Marie traduire.
Oh, pardon.
C'est ok, je prends. Ok. So I am living changes in energy, especially at the physical level. And I've been through a situation where I was concerned about the physical body. And now I'm just surrendering and saying to the body, I don't know what you're going through, but I am trusting you.
Et l'autre chose, c'est que je fais plus confiance à mon intuition. Et que si je crée, par exemple, un cours que je suis en train de préparer pour la rentrée scolaire, eh bien, je ne sais pas exactement où je vais, mais je prends un fil et j'y vais sans savoir, sans vouloir contrôler le point d'aboutissement. Et ça, c'est tout à fait nouveau, c'est insécurisant, mais j'ai très envie de suivre ce fil de l'intuition et c'est faire confiance au moment présent de l'inspiration. Voilà.
And the other thing that I'm noticing is that I'm trusting my intuition a whole lot more. So for example, if I'm creating a class that I'm preparing for the school year at the moment, I don't know exactly where I'm going, but I follow the thread of my inspiration without wishing to control it, control the end result. And that is new for me. And there's a certain insecurity in that for me also, but I'm learning to follow my intuition and inspiration.
Merci.
DJ Saima.
Thank you. And it definitely can be quite an experience sometimes with the physical form, also with the physical body. I know for myself, sometimes when there's such high frequency of light, there is transformation in the physical body also. Sometimes tired, sometimes needs to take some more rest, or get used to this vibration. And I learned more than everything else to be sensitive, and more be sensitive and listening to what is rather than what I would like it to be, or what I would like to do right now, and what I had in plan for ABC to happen, yet it might not be the more natural place for the physical body right now, anything, in the environment. And that there's more and more listening. So I'd like to, one thing very powerful for me, I've been left with from these last few weeks, and invite us to with our eyes open, even to take a breath for a moment and bring our awareness, the fullness of our awareness to this layer, I would say, of the physical body. Okay. become aware of it. Become aware of the feet, the legs, the belly, the head, the hands. As much as we can, bring our awareness. Awareness is such an enormous awareness, yes. And then bring your awareness for a moment even to the objects around you, like the chair, the desk you're sitting on, the stuff, the material that you have. So you're aware of this physical form, the gross level, the objects, the stuff that you have. You become aware. And let's take a breath and expand your awareness, expanding our awareness to another level. And for a second with the eyes open to the more subtle layer of thoughts and emotions. Just become aware of your emotional field, your mental field. So you can be aware of the physical form and the mental field and the emotion at the same time. It's expanding that awareness. And if we go even deeper and more subtle than that, ask yourself, okay, I'm becoming aware of more subtle level within me. More and more subtle. Like a layer within layer within layer, and that more subtle of presence, of self. Consciousness. You may even close the eyes for a moment and say, okay, I'm aware of that physical gross body and objects. And then more subtle thoughts and emotions. And even more subtle within that. A vibration, consciousness. And if the awareness goes even deeper, more and more and more subtle, that energy, the Shakti, more and more subtle. That potential of Shakti just vibrates as a vibration, as a consciousness, it's so pure, full of itself. So full of itself that it can become anything. As if you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the core and to the core and to the core, like in the center of the sun. And going outer again, that core becomes again less refined and less refined. Consciousness, the human being, the thought, the emotion, the physical body, the matter, object. And for a moment, become aware of all of it together. There are so many layers. So when we move deeper and deeper and in that experience, or even imagine that you are like a sun, so full of itself, full of light, full of Shakti, full of energy, full of potential, so full. Love, compassion, I don't know even how to say what to call that, so full. The core, the core, the core. What would be what will be of that? What will be your desire? Just imagine that. Moving into that deeper layer that's so full of itself. Like the source of everything. What will be your desire in that, as that? And I'd love to hear you. Anyone, any idea? In that, what will be your desire? What is your desire as that? Just a word, a sentence. And don't be shy. There's no right answer. Just sharing.
Just be as
Just
that.
be.
Just
Okay?
be.
More. Anyone else?
To serve.
To serve. Anyone else?
Shine my light.
Shine a light. More.
Be an expression of myself.
Expression of yourself. Great. Anyone else?
Peace.
Peace. Mm-hmm.
Peace also.
Thank you.
Love.
Love.
Harmonie. Harmonie.
Uh-huh.
Rayonner.
Anyone with... Again, please.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Great. And that, imagine for a moment that sun, the core of the creation, when in its primordial form, like a sun, full of itself. Imagine that for a moment. If that sun, that primordial, will just be that without expressing anything, would any one of us come to existence?
No.
Huh?
No.
No. Nothing. Yet there is a multidimensional expression, infinite expressions of existence, isn't it? Planets, Dayananda, Yorg, Mate, so many expressions of the same fullness of core of Shakti, which we call She. This is the divine feminine, so full of itself as the core. There's billions of expressions, flowers, planets, so many things, correct? Yes or no? Just tell me so we know we're clear on the same place. Correct?
Yes.
So that core, when it's so full of itself, has the desire to express itself. That's the nature of creation. When we are so full of love, don't we wait to come to be with someone to share it? Don't you wait to come on the satsang, just share that love and light? I had a retreat, wonderful retreat with all my brahmacharis. We spent a week together. I mean, there's years we haven't been all of us together at one time. Years, can you imagine? Years we haven't spent together. We spend it together. And then I stayed another few days, years that I haven't taken silence and closed my phone for like 5-6 days. And I've done that. Marie can tell you she had a little bit peace from Seva for 1 week probably. So after all these days, sitting full over there, you know what I was thinking about? My students. That's it. I want to share it with my students. I want to share it with you. I want to come with my brothers. I want to be with my family. I want to give it, to share it, to express it. So that core, that Shakti is the core, the source of creation that we call she, the feminine, wishes to be in action, to create, just to express for the sake of experiencing herself in many words. You heard Ma sometimes say, I'm experiencing myself through all of you. Did you hear that?
Yes.
It means Ma as that Shakti, as the divine feminine principle, which is so full. Imagine you have the potential for everything. So it expresses itself in one and another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing, in action, in creation. And all of the expressions are perfect and beautiful. Do you think the core itself, as the divine feminine, as the mother, will judge its own expression and will say, oh, Dayananda is more beautiful than Mate? Or I love this one more than that? What do you think? No. No, it's all great expressions. It is one very clear principle there. When we are so full of ourselves, of the self, of that love, of that light, in that core of that, there is the divine desire, the desire to express. It's our role, it's in our nature, it's in who we are to be, is to bring it into action in the world and create. Does that make sense? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Anna.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
In a way, but
But what?
so there is no other goal than expressing myself then, as love.
Yes, express. Just express. There's creation. It's full of potential. You're so full. Love, 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 full of life. You express yourself. Bring it out. Create something. Being in action. I don't know if it's even a goal. It's just the thing to do, to be. This is what it is. For the universe, for the Shakti, this is what it is. She creates. The scripture, the Indian scripture, the Tantric scripture, the ancient scripture speaks about her as the divine feminine, the Shakti, expressing herself as the whole creation. Infinite. So imagine us having that, full of love, full of light, full of Shakti. And all of us have received so much in this birthday or these weeks, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you in Israel, yes?
Yes.
Yes. So what actions do we take with that? What action do we take with that? How do we express that? What do we create of that, with that, as that? This is how we become the Mother Divine herself, in conscious action, conscious creation. I tell you, Ma sent me to Israel. Ma did not say many things to me what to do. I would love for Ma to tell me what to do sometimes. Don't you? Maybe you think I'm a brahmachari, Ma tells me what to do. I wish sometimes tells me what not to do, yeah? When I'm doing a mistake. But, if I don't hear anything, that means it's good. Just Dayananda being action. Action, action, action. Why is that? And I was like, what is it? And I sat in silence for a few days. What I realized there, that Shakti is creation, is action. It's expressing itself in everything as herself. And an experience of that. So naturally, it is just to take action. And how can I not take action when I'm so full of it? It's like going against the nature of itself. Do you see what I mean? And I had day, I came back home, I was doing and working and all of that. And then I had one moment, I was like, full day, I just don't want to do anything. I'm a bit overwhelmed there. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to be in a sadhu or whatever. Just no students, classes, this, work, again. No, nothing, just sit in bed, But I couldn't do it for a long time. One day, bus. Because the nature of us is action when we're full of that, of ourselves, of that self, that Shakti. And I'm saying that, and I'm bringing it to us in the call today, to call us to be in action, to remind myself and all of us together to take action, whatever it is, in whatever way, to express that which you feel inside, the grace, the beauty, the love, the peace, the joy, the perfection, the music, anything you get in these weeks is in our, I don't know if it's an obligation, it's not an obligation, it's our, I don't know if you can say divine duty, I don't have the word in English, and a natural thing to do is to be in action and express, be a divine mother, act in action, create. Am I too much for you?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely.
it's lovely.
So, what action are we taking? Just take a breath for a moment with yourself, just right now with yourself. It's you and you. What action are you taking? And I'm not saying you're not. We're all doing beautiful things. What action we are taking? What action am I taking? How am I expressing this gift that is awakening inside me? The core of my being, the divine feminine that I am, all that it is, and what I'm receiving. How am I expressing it? How am I expressing this in the world, showing that I have this amazing community with me? I'm so blessed. What am I creating? Action. Action that carries that from the core of my being. Imagine for a moment. Put it out, this action. Imagine it right now. There's so much Shakti right now. So much grace. Imagine yourself expressing exquisite music, exquisite cooking, exquisite project, maybe service seva for the community together, maybe a workshop, maybe a movie together, maybe anything with your family, with your community, an action and expression with a conscious action. Imagine that in this moment. A dream come true, anything. Because you are the divine feminine, you are the Shakti, you are the fullness of potential. So this is naturally your desire. Imagine that. And imagine that is manifesting. And imagine that all of us are moving into more and more and more action in that unity consciousness that we are, in that love, in that grace that we have with each other. Never alone, never, never, never alone. Even if sometimes it seems like that. Embraced by everybody. Let us imagine, let us feel, let us be present, let us see each other, hold each other as that beautiful expression, and it's growing and in action in the world in so many different ways, and they are all perfect, beautiful, divine. Everyone is successful in that. And imagine and see yourself saying to everybody, yes, you can. Yes, it is possible. Yes, I believe in you. Yes, I support you in your action, in your expression. I'm with you. And feel that all of us together, everybody is with you right now, for you. Let us take a deep breath. Open our eyes for a moment. Look at each other. Grateful for each other. See each other as the greatness of who we are. And in our eyes, we say, I love you, I support you, I know you are successful. I trust you, I'm with you. And I accept your love and your support at the same time. Because this is just the nature of who I am. Om Che Sai Ma. Yes, you can unmute your mind. Om Che Sai Ma.
Om Chichi Saima.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Dayananda.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I had something
Dayananda,
to...
can I remind you?
Yes, thank you, Marie. Marie, I had to plant you to
Oui,
remind Marie.
Marie me rappelle quelque chose. J'ai oublié.
Marie reminded me that
Marie me
next month,
rappelle
you
que
know
le
that
mois
we have
prochain.
a group, I don't know how many of you are, like 15, 16 teachers in training in Europe now. There's about 40 students of Saima that in the course of teaching and training, becoming teachers of awakened life, teachers. It's the first time this is happening. And we are coming together in 14th to 16th in Mullingar for our on-site for 3 days intensive of training. And it'll be wonderful. I can't wait to be with that. And it's just grace and glory to see. And all of the teachers in training are giving small workshops and evening programs all over Europe now in the last month. There's been like 30 of them already, if I'm not wrong, correct? At least. Imagine just this happening, touching so many new people. It's just magnificent. And at the end of that, I'm going to be in Ireland. And then the end of that in Mullingar, I'm going to stay for a few days and offer some workshops in Ireland. So all of you are invited, definitely on the Sunday of it's September 16. It's going to be about 2.5 hours program from 5 to 7:30 in Mullingar there. And the Irish community have more details if you choose to come. We'll welcome you, love you, be grateful for you being there. And also if you wish to stay a few days in Ireland, I'm going to have workshop on Monday and then Tuesday also. And I'm sure the Irish community will love all of you to come, correct? And yes, and when you know and when you hear that one of the teaching training in your area, in your community is offering a workshop, go and support them. Go there and be with them. Just be there, even if you've been in the program before, to support, to help, to share, to pour the light. Yes? Ludovic, how it is to be in the teacher training program?
It's a great challenge, and it's very good also to, I mean, you get to the teachings on a much deeper level, I guess. And yeah, it's very challenging as well.
Thank you. Gwen, how it is?
Yeah, I think challenging is the most perfect word. It's challenging not to hide myself and like to get to know, in a most deeper level the teachings, and to always be aware that we are kind of representing mass, so we have to be aware of the way we speak and the way we hold ourselves and everything. It's very important.
And you are all doing beautifully out there. Beautifully out there. I can't wait to be with you 14, 16. So proud of all of you. It's magnificent to see what happened. So I welcome all of you. If you choose so, we'll be in Mullingar on the Sunday of the evening on the 16th. And I don't remember the date of our next call. Marie, she's always knowing everything, I think. Marie, do you remember the date? Anybody remember? September?
I do not remember.
I do not remember. They will fire me for next time.
24th.
Well, 24th. Thank you so much. So I look forward to being, if I'm not seeing you before that, to being again then. I love you so much. It's been so great to be together. Om Jai Sai Ma.
Om Jai Jai Sama.
Om Jai Jai Sai Ma.
Om Jai Jai Sai Ma.
Om Jai
Om Jai Jai Sai Ma. Merci.
Om Jai Jai Sai Ma.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.